Yes, dear students, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, hello. So it's not just for the students out here, but even for those who will be watching the recording, right? So, hi, hello to all of you, and I hope all of you are doing great. And the reason you are here is, yes, we are going to assist you, we are going to help you out with the articleship, right? So, and you are here because you have written your exams well, quite positive about your results, and that's why you're thinking about articles, right? Proactiveness, so that's good. Chalo. So, what are we going to cover in this session? First, let's have a look at that, right? Don't look at only the right hand side, right, the picture, but look at the content which is on the left hand side, FAQs, like, sir, how to prepare a CV or a resume, right? This is one of the common questions which normally the students have. Though you will find n number of resources today which is talking about how to prepare a CV, but still this confusion is there, correct? So, at your level, what exactly are the things which should be covered, right? What should be the basic format of a CV is what we are going to talk about. Then the covering letter which has to be there along with the CV, correct? Covering letter which has to be there, we'll talk about that as well. Okay, sir, so this is all CV related. Then we'll talk about even interview, right? For articleship, for internship, you will be facing some interview as well, correct? The chartered accountant is not just going to take you, but he's going to interview, he's going to test, right, a few things before he decides to take you in his organization, in his firm, right? So that is what we are going to talk about as well. Prepare for the interview. What are the do's and don'ts in an interview? What are the commonly asked questions also in an interview? That also we'll cover, okay, apart from this. Okay, sir. Then what? Then we are going to talk about even group discussion, right? GD. When we say GD, it's not a debate. It's not group debate. It is group discussion. So about that also we are going to talk about, correct? And then about the different firms. Different firms, you know, big fours are there. Then you say medium-sized firms are there, small firms. So again, you have this sort of confusion that which firm shall we join? Which firm is better for us? So we're going to give guidance on that as well, correct? What are those mid-sized firms, what are those big fours, and which type of firms you should be joining, or what factors you should consider before joining any firm is what we are going to cover here, right? So this is the agenda for today's session, and you know I am standing before you, CA Gautam Jain, right? Just in case you've forgotten my name, so let me remind. And then with me, Darpan sir is also there, right? CA Darpan Jain, so you know him as well because you've studied from both of us. So all of you know that, correct? So some part I will be dealing with, some part Darpan sir will be taking up, and questions anyways, as and when you have, you can ask, or if I know that the questions which you ask will be anyways covered in our session, then I'll say wait, we'll be covering it. If I think we are not going to cover it, then obviously I'll take it up as soon as you ask. So you can always raise your hand to let us know the questions which you have, and that is where this is an interactive seminar, interactive discussion which we're going to have. Otherwise, we would have just simply put recording of this session also, but we thought, right, it should be an interactive one because whatever questions you have, we should be answering them. That is where the objective of this seminar gets achieved. All right. So now, any questions till here? I hope till here whatever I have talked about is good enough. Okay. So now what is a CV? Sir, full form we know, sir. Curriculum vitae. Right, so CV is curriculum vitae. So you know, I am not asking you the full forms, I am asking you what is it. So one can say in short that it's nothing but you're giving your profile, or you're saying about yourself in brief, and that too in writing, correct? So when I have to tell something about myself, and that too I have to present it in writing, probably I'll call it as CV. Sir, can we call it as biodata? Correct? Few people ask this question, so I'll say no. Normally when we talk about biodata, it is for personal things, right? Like when Pratham gets married or when has to get married, he'll prepare his biodata. But when he's going for some job or articleship, obviously we expect him to prepare a CV, right? So the contents might be slightly different, no doubt. There also you give details about yourself, but the details which you cover in a biodata, in a resume, in a CV are different. Maybe officially we can say we can use the word resume or CV. But the proper word which normally is being used in the business is CV. Even not even resume, they use the word CV. Okay. Anyway, sir, the words are used interchangeably. We know that, right? So if you want, you can read this. Okay. Formally, what we have written: a resume is a document that introduces you to your prospective employer or trainer. It tells you, it tells them who you are, what you have done, and why they should hire you. So concentrate on these words, right? It tells who you are, what you have done, and why they should hire you. So maybe you can just read casually, or you can just focus on the words or the things which we are covering there. It's very important. So you should be able to tell who you are, what have you done, and why is it that that person should hire you? Why is it that that person should take you in his organization? That's very important, isn't it? Okay. There is no need for an employer to know everything about you. That is where the art comes, correct? You should be presenting things in such a manner that he gets the information which he wants, and it is like you have not revealed everything as well, right? Some sort of diplomacy is required here while preparing a CV. Smartness is required. So that's where we are here, right? So there's no need for an employer to know everything about you. What you need to show or tell them is that you are suited for the course or a job. You possess the skills, that is, you possess the skill, knowledge, understanding, and personality traits needed for it. Okay, sir, a lot of gyan happened. Now let's come to the thing which is more important, because no one is going to ask you what exactly is a CV, correct? So these are the things which, one disclaimer I would like to give you here. This is not a law which we are reading. There's nothing called a CV Act. There's nothing called a Resume Act, isn't it? Interview Act. This is all perception. This is all perception, right? Now, I have worked in some organizations, one of the big fours as well. I got an opportunity. So I've learned few things practically. I've faced few things practically, and few things we have studied from different books as well. So we are trying to get that on this particular board or screen and present it before you. So there might be a person who may not agree with me completely, right? He might not agree with me completely on this. He might have his own perception. There is a possibility. So you will have to. Now we are helping you with those factors, those guidelines, okay, which should be there. But then if you believe someone else says something and you think that is more suitable for you, India is a democratic country. So you can adopt it. Okay, nothing like hard and fast this only. But this is definitely going to be helping you. Okay, yeah, this is going to be helpful. Right, sir. So what should we include? Name and contact details. But obvious, sir. Name and contact details. So when we say contact details, what should be included? Included email address and phone number. This is at the top I am talking about. At the top, name, email address, phone number. You will say, sir, later we should give. I am of the view, or we are of the view. Okay, we are of the view, because Darpan sir also was there while preparing this. So we are of the view that if you write name, phone number, email address at the top, it is easy for any person who is referring your CV. He doesn't have to search for your phone number or email address at the top. And preferably a photograph as well. Preferably a photograph as well should be there. Small photograph, okay, passport size photograph, wherein your face is visible. Not like you're standing in some party and then that is what, that pose you have pasted there. You have to understand this is a formal interview which you're going to attend. So we'll have to be careful. No one wants your full body photograph, okay. It's only the face, maybe covering till chest is what supposed to be given there. Okay, sir. Sir, can we have email address as qtpie1008@gmail.com? I have that, right? Rockstar. You might have those type of email IDs. Please have them, keep them, but don't use them when you go for, yes, the email ID also which you choose should be a formal one, correct? So if your name is Shraddha Mundra, then we expect that it should be shraddhamundra@gmail.com, or if you find there is some other Shraddha Mundra who has already taken away this ID, then obviously you can use some initial or maybe some number, Shraddha Mundra 1, something like that, but keep it simple so that people can identify from email ID that yes, you are that person. Okay? Right, sir. Phone number, obviously that's left to you, but give that phone number which you will be using, right? Which you will be always using. Otherwise, you give your dad's phone number, mom's phone number, or maid's phone number, driver's phone number, that is not going to help you. So please make sure that the phone number which you go should always be attended by you. You respond to those phone number, right? Same goes with email ID as well. Then next thing which we are expecting is career objective. Career objective. So you will say, sir, what am I going to become in my life is what I'm going to write here, or whatever I aspire to become in my life is supposed to be written here. No, we didn't say that. At your level now, you're going for articleship, so you need to understand you should be talking about only to the extent of articleship, right? You want to become a chartered accountant, so for that you want to attend this internship or you want to undergo this articleship. So whatever skill set required that you want to gain, and you want to become a deserving chartered accountant. That is how you should be framing. So it should be specific, not just vague. Don't copy and paste from somewhere. Be clear about what you're writing in CV. Mostly the problem with people is that whatever they write in CV, they don't even know. Forget about remembering. They don't even know that something is written like this in my CV. Why? Because they copy paste. So my humble request, please don't copy paste anything. Prepare on your own. Whatever you think is your objective from this particular articleship so that you become a deserving CA should be written there. Sir, why don't you show us a sample CV? You'll say, correct. That also will do. Don't worry. Okay. That also is there. 1 minute. The link. Yeah, correct. Next. Then academic qualifications. Achha, this is in sequence only. Maybe slightly you can change the sequence if you want, but mostly this is all in sequence. So next is academic qualifications and achievement. Academic qualifications, when we say, so that means you'll say, sir, we'll start from first class. I've secured 99.9, right, in first standard, then second. No, please don't do that. Then you'll say, sir, ascending to descending order or descending to ascending order? Descending to ascending, correct? ऐसा बोलेंगे. Descending order बोले तो बस है. Why do you need to say descending to ascending? What nonsense. That means you'll start from higher ones and go to the lower ones. So first write about CA Inter, right, which you have appeared already, correct? So, and in case your results are out, then obviously you'll say CA Inter passed, correct? So if you have appeared, you have to write appeared, otherwise passed. So CA Inter, then comes CA Foundation, then comes your BCom because you're undergoing your BCom first year as well. So that you can write, then 12th and then 10th. That is enough. So 5 rows is what is enough as far as your academic qualification goes. And if any achievement there, like you have secured all India rank in your foundation, that is not there, I know. But then if some achievement, like in your 12th, if you have secured some all India rank, state rank, you can always mention that, or you got a gold medal, right? You guys are quite talented people. So maybe, so you can write those type of things as well in that particular list. Co-curricular achievements, that means what? You were a captain of that red house in your school, right? And you won basketball, this championship, that, skating, swimming, right? Like our Srihari is, you know, boxing, what do you say, fighter. So he can mention that he does this, right? See, you'll say, sir, why this is important? They'll get to know what is your personality, right? What exactly is good in you, or what exactly you have been involved in, and accordingly the employer or the principal who wants to take you will understand whether you suit his requirement or not, correct? Next, training programs you have attended or completed, like, you know, ICI conducts that already. You might be undergoing, or you might have completed that soft skills and information technology program, some integrated course on ITSS, that is there, no? So that you can talk about. Or if you have attended some SAP course, Excel you have attended somewhere, anything which you feel is value addition. Don't talk about I have attended dance program or dance training and all. Please understand, again I am repeating, maybe this looks funny, but then this is very important. I have seen students writing those things as well, which is irrelevant, totally irrelevant. Okay. Next, strengths. And you know better, right? What are your strengths? What are your positive strengths? You have read even strategic management, SWOT analysis you wrote, right? You remember? So find out what are your strengths and share them. Interest or hobbies or skills. Again, it's optional. If you want to include, otherwise exclude if you want to. I love traveling, I love dancing, I love music. You can mention this, okay? But short, don't write stories there, okay? Then personal details, which will include your father's name, right? Occupation, address. If you want to write about your mother as well, most welcome, correct? So that way you can include some personal gender, languages known, that can be included here in personal details, languages known, right? Okay, and then maybe you can end with a declaration saying that all this information which I am giving is all correct, is all true to the best of my knowledge, correct? That you can give. And if you want, you can also add there references available if required, okay? Available if required, that you can add there. And then lastly, date, city, that is common, so I have not written that, or we have not written that. You can write the date, city, and then write your name. If you're giving a hard copy, submitting a hard copy, then take a print and sign and give it. And write the date. Date is relevant because that shows that this CV is updated till so and so date. So that's the relevance of date. Many people miss out. They prepare CV but they don't write date. And now let's say that CV is seen by some person after 12 years. And he calls you, come beta for articleship. We are ready to take you. Looks funny, no? So, no sir, educational qualification there, anyways we'll write year passing. Let's say he has not seen that. So please understand, this date will definitely be helpful. So these are some essential parameters which should be covered in your CV. And now we're going to talk about some guidelines, some points to remember while preparing a CV. I hope the pace is fine. I'm a bit fast because the subject is not that where I need to go slow. So I'm sticking to some pace and I hope you're able to follow that. Right? In case it is affecting your understanding, then you know what is to be done. You shall always raise your hand and let me know. All right. So the points to remember while preparing a CV. First and foremost thing, keep it simple and readable. Anything which is simple looks good. Just imagine, instead of wearing this black coat, whatever you call it as Modi coat or whatever, Bandi, right? Instead of that, if I wear a purple lavender with full stars and all and come, how would it look? Definitely, yeah, as if I'm going for a party, which is not right. Because if I have come to take a seminar on this particular orientation program with respect to articleship, obviously it is not right. Maybe I can wear that when my sister is getting married, correct? So it's, or when Darpan sir gets married, I can wear that, but not now. So kindly understand, it has to be simple. Simple, classy, best. Always follow that. Okay, Pratham? Yes, do not use too many colors as well. This is again a problem. Too many colors people use and they don't even think of the brightness or maybe the shades there. So please make sure that you don't forget it. Okay. If at all you want to use some colors in your CV, you may, but 1 or 2, stick to 2, 3, maximum 4, I would say. And formal colors like black, blue. Okay. Don't use red, I would say. Red avoid because that shows danger, right? But if you want to highlight something, yellow you want to use highlighter. So you may use, but decent. Next, ensure that there are no grammatical errors, because you know if grammar gets changed, meaning can get changed. I have told you while teaching business laws as well, very important that grammar should be correct. Try to keep it short and crisp, otherwise the prospective employer or principal may get bored. So it's very important that preciseness, brevity, we say no, brevity is the, brevity provides grace to the speech. What is brevity? Preciseness. So it provides grace to the speech. Anything which is kept short and simple will always look good, will be appreciated. Then provide correct information, right? I know I have missed one point, don't worry, I'll cover it. Provide correct information. Are you getting it? Don't copy paste simply from others. It's very important that whatever you write should be correct, because you may cheat him now, but you cannot cheat him later, right? And if you cheat him now and get into the organization, then he will cheat you later. He has his own tricks then. So please don't fall into those things. Please be truthful, be honest. Whatever is there, whatever is not there, is not there. So that your life is at peace later on when you join that organization. Correct? So don't go for too much of exaggerations, untruths and all. Right, sir? Because even sometimes what happens is employer verifies the same as well. He can verify from different sources. And today world is very small. You have your Instagram account, you have your FB account. Correct? So I need not tell you how they will verify. There are many, and I'm just giving you these days very easily also they can find out more about you. So please don't give unnecessary and wrong information to him. Next, organize the information which flows logically. Now we are also covering this session. Do you think there is some sequence we are following? Yes sir, CV, then you were talking about interview, then group discussion, then about firms. So we have followed some sequence which we thought is logical. Same way we'll expect when you cover anything in your CV or when you face interviews and all, it should look logical. It should be having some sequence, and there should be a reason behind that particular sequence. Okay. Then highlight your achievements instead of responsibilities, because right now how can you say that you have handled responsibilities or you'll be handling that responsibility? You don't even know. So what you should highlight in your CV is achievements. This is the achievement I had. No, I was given that responsibility in my school, at home, no need. only achievements. Okay. Then when you are mailing your CV, please send PDF versions. You might prepare in Word, but then don't send directly the Word document. Sir, we know, sir, already this. We are saying from out of our experience only. People send out what? Yes, Word format. And you know, the alignment can get changed. Maybe you have used some font which probably is not there in my system. Then it will look something different. Alignment, tables and all may get. So please don't do that mistake. Please send a PDF version. And when you name the PDF as well, okay, the file, the CV, make sure that that is a properly named file. Like you may say Shraddha Mundra dash CV dash articleship. So it helps the person, okay, this is Shraddha Mundra's CV for articleship. Sir, I want to add both groups. Okay. Sir, I secured AIR 1, sir. So I want to add that. Okay, Shraddha Mundra AIR 1 dash CV for articleship. That also you can do, but don't like have too much lengthy name for the file, but should be good enough. Okay. Okay, sir. Next, covering letter for CV. What is this covering letter for CV? When you send CV to someone, usually these days we email, correct? So you should write, you cannot just attach CV and send it, right? You need to write something in that email, some text. So that's where we are talking about. First thing, subject again. Please write subject line properly. Like I said, Shraddha Mundra dash CV for articleship, and your phone number also you can write there for easy reference, so that the person doesn't require to open your CV to know your phone number or open your email to know phone number. Subject line itself very important things. Your name is important. You will say, sir, I am only sending. No, sir. Array, but you may send it to me and then I may forward to some other person. Think of that as well. I always say visualize things. So please understand, you might send to Gautam sir, sir might send to different people. And if you don't write name, how will I know? How will that person know? Correct? That I have sent Shraddha CV, Pratham CV, Sri Hari CV or Sanskriti CV. How will we know that? Right? Okay, sir. So subject, then this is according to your comfort. We have written the sample one. Okay, dear sir or madam. Sir, we don't want to write dear, we want to write sir, madam. Okay, you can write respected sir or madam as well. That will be more, what do you say, right in your case, because you're going for your internship. So you can use that as well. That's where I said this is just our perception. If you want to change somewhere, you can do that. Greetings for the day. I am writing this greetings for the day instead of writing good morning, good evening, hi, hello. Don't write hi and all. I've seen people writing even hi sir, this is the CV. Don't do that. This is not right. Okay. So I am writing this letter to express my interest in the position of intern or article, whatever you want to say. Normally we use the term intern while writing. Maybe commonly we say I am doing articleship, I am article. But article has a different meaning also. Newspaper also you get some articles, right? So intern in your prestigious firm. Sir, that firm is not prestigious, sir. Then also please specify it is prestigious. Give respect to them, boss. Right? Thoda to chadana padega na. Jokes apart, but see, if it is not prestigious, it's not good enough, why will you apply them? That's also common sense, right? So I have passed both the groups of CA Inter or one group, whatever is the case. I presume all of you will clear both the groups only. So in the recent examinations conducted in so and so attempt, and have also completed this training program conducted by ICI, if you want to add those words, because he may not know sometimes. Sir, he is a chartered accountant, he will not know. Yes, there is a possibility. He may not know everything about what is happening in your student's life or with respect to the student curriculum. Correct? They may not know. So you can say this is the program conducted by ICI only. My detailed resume is appended, attached herewith for your perusal. Looking forward for a positive response. Thanking you. You can add thanking you. Sorry, we forgot actually. Later on again, lastly you can say thanking you, best regards or warm regards, regards. Use this words, regards. Don't simply write your name and leave it. And after that name, again your phone number. So just in case he doesn't see subject line, he'll see here. So three places you will have phone numbers. One is subject line, second in this covering, ending the covering email, and then your CV also. So anywhere he can. Easy reference, you will be helping him, so he will help you later. So now have a look at sample CV. Now don't ask me who's this person, okay? He's Darpan sir's friend. who has given him the authority to to use his pic, so he has used it. Okay, yes guys, so you could see photograph, then name, email ID, phone number, correct phone number with prefix that 91. Okay, start doing that. Who knows, your CV is seen by some firm internationally, we never know. You're getting an opportunity to work in a firm in Dubai, right? Jokes apart, but anyways, that looks nice as well, and who knows, we are joking, but they might reach you sometime later. Career objective, as I was saying, seeking articleship in an esteemed organization. That's my objective, in an esteemed organization where I can grow in terms of knowledge, skills, because knowledge as well as skill set has to be improved, no? And attitude, very important. So that's why we have chosen very smaller one, but the right one. The words, if you just see, you observe, these are the things which you look for, right? So you want knowledge, you want skill set, you want attitude, and to put an effective use of your analytical skills and competence. So that's where you have written, and put to an effective use of my analytical skills and competence. So very small, simple one, and you're not lying here. This is your articleship, right? This is what you will do in this is your articleship, meaning this is what you will do in articleship, right? This is what you aim from articleship, no? So you've written that. So sir, shall we remove that career objective and say simply objective? Yes, that also you can do. So sir, because this is not my career objective to do simply articleship. Okay, you can remove, no problem. You can simply say objective. That will also do. Then educational qualification. So you've prepared a small table, qualification, year of passing, university or school, and then percentage. So as I was telling you, it should be descending order. So BCom first year, then 12th, like that you can go for. Also, sir, you have not written foundation inter. So if you just see below professional qualification, you will find that, right? We have added attempt also, and if you have some achievement like that also, you can add there also, like AIR, if you get all India rank and all in inter. And don't underestimate yourself. You never know, you might get a rank. You worked so hard, you've written your exams well. So don't take it like sir is saying just, what do you say, just as a joke. No, there is a possibility that you might get. Be positive till the results are out. After that, anyways, results will show what is it. So until then, at least be positive. Very important, okay? Then workshops attended. So he has written, Darpan sir has mentioned about his friend, as I have told you. So he has written that he has attended some at Dr. Reddy's and ISB. Some achievements like discipline monitor, vice captain, correct? So like that you can talk about. Don't copy from here, huh? Technical skills, very important these days, technical skills. At least COVID has taught us this, right? So at least basic things are required there. So you can write about that. Interpersonal skills, like collaborative and optimistic mindset, right? I don't think I have to explain that. Next, always willing to learn new things. Good communication skills, oral and written. But before that, before writing that, be sure that you have good communication skills. If you know that you have that limitation, you cannot communicate well, don't write that. As we said earlier as well, that please write only those things which are truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay? Yes. Then hobbies, reading books, drawing, listening to music. No sir, teasing my brother, teasing my sister, playing pranks, don't write such things, okay? We know that is there, but avoid it. Personal information, right? Full name. No sir, I don't want to write because I have written at the top. Okay, avoid it. Remove this if you want to. Right? Father's name, mother's name. I would prefer even mother's name to be written. Right? So much mother does. At least CV mein to naam aana chahiye na bhai. Then date of birth. I forgot actually. Date of birth you can write. Gender you can write. No sir, they will know. Shraddha Mundra means female only. Pratham means. Acha. What about Kiran? Kiran. Jadoo teri nazar. So please understand, there can be some neutral names. For that matter, Komal. My sister's name is Komal, but then I have a friend also whose name is Komal and who's a male. Snehal. I have a friend who's a female, and I also have a friend who's a male. Snehal name. Kiran also when I spoke actually. So these names are such names. So better, why to create confusion, you can write gender if you want to, okay? Sir, should we give date of birth completely with a year? Yes, that's important because then they can calculate the age. Age also matters when they're taking some person. Age has to be seen as well, okay? Address, complete address of your house, not neighbor's address, huh? Take care. Declaration, place, date, If you're emailing, then also put date. In the CV, I'm saying, you'll say, sir, the email will have date. I know, but who knows, I download that CV and then forward. So better you write date as well. And this, if you're giving physically, then sign and give. Otherwise, right. So I believe all of you have understood that. In case you want that sample CV, we can send it to you. Don't worry about that. Right. So this was with respect to CV. Any questions still here? Any questions still here? No? Sure? Okay. Now let Darpan sir take up this interview and group discussion thing. Okay. And in case I want to add something, I will do that after he completes that part. Okay. And forms again I will be sharing. Okay. So he'll share about interview and group discussion. Any questions? Again, the rule remains the same. Raise your hand. You can ask him as well.